everybody. Today my topic of discussion is the earthworm. So what do you understand by earthworm comes under which phylum? Basically, earthworm comes under Annelida phylum. That means they have the bilaterally symmetrical body. Bilaterally symmetrical body. They have the organ system, level of organization. They have the closed circulatory system. Right. Now earthworm. We'll start that. It's a reddish brown terrestrial invertebrate. That inhabits upper layer of the moist skin. Basically, जो earthworm की body structure है, that upper or the outer surface is very slimy and smooth. Okay. Now there are two major species. That is Peristonium and Lumbricus. There are the two important species in India which can be seen of the earthworm. Now, if we start about the morphology, just a second. If we will ask about the morphology, that is, it has a cylindrical body. The body is divided into many metameres. Or 100 to 200 short segments. Can you appreciate this? Just a second. The section which I'm talking about, these are the sections. They are known as metameres. Right? Now, the most important thing that the vertebral surface, what is ventricle surface? That is vertebral section. Yeah, that is ventral surface distinguished by the presence genital pores. Okay, now the interior end consists of the mouth and a wedge which opens cracks to the soil. Okay, so basically, and the dorsal surface of the body, the dorsal surface of the body is marked by a dorsal line. What's that line called? That is a medium mid dorsal line. Okay, that is supplied by the dorsal blood vessel. Dorsal blood vessel. Clear? Yeah. Now the interior part is divided into the peristonium, and prostonium. The peristonium is a sensory organ. Basically sensory in function. Which stimulate the external environment, or basically changes in the external environment. Get it? Now the first segment, that is peristonium, is having a buccal segment. They are having a buccal segment which contain mouth. Okay, now we have and in every state we have RMGs. But yes. So okay. The mature earthworm, basically the mature earthworm segments are covered by a prominent dark glandular and tissue called clitellum. Now, there are, suppose this is an earthworm. I think the best address would be this one, New Era Society. Yes. Suppose this is the earthworm and I have segmented. I'm not actually aware of it, and one more it is there, where it is shop number 192 Shri Swami Samana. Here is a dark. There is a dark glandular tissue known as clitellum. Now this is clitellum, and the region before the clitellum is known as preclitellum. That is known as preclitellum. Right. Then we have the clitellum option. So this is surrounded by clitellum, and we have the post-clitellum option. Post-clitellum segment. Right? Now there are folds. There are basically 4 pairs of there are basically basically 4 pairs of spermatical apertures that are situated on the ventrolateral sides of the intersegmental groove. That is 5th segment to 9th segment. Clear? A single female, मतलब कि जो spermatical apertures है, that are situated where? Ventrolateral. That means the ventral side and the lateral one. Ventral, that means the back side. Ventral, that means the frontal and the lateral one. Right, everybody? Now, a single female genital cord is present in the midventral line of 14th segment. Right. Now, there is a pair of male, genital pores are present on the ventrolateral only, ventrolateral line of 14th segment. Which segment? On the 14th segment. Okay, people, always remember the segment and the aperture. That annelida have a organ level of organization, right? are the numerous pores as well. There are the numerous minute pores known as nephridopores. Nephridopores open on the surface of the body. Now, in the next portion, I'll be saying to you that it is divided into 3 segments. That is intromitry, that is pharyngeal, and septal nephridopores. Right. Now there are the S. There are S-shaped seated embedded in the epidermal pitch. In the middle of each segment. Right. Now, what do you understand by the term seated? That is, they are the structures which provide friction. Okay. Now, we have the circular and longitudinal muscles, which provide motility to the earthworm. Clear? Right. Now, can you appreciate this elementary canal? Right. Now, the whole elementary canal is divided into the small sections. Right. The elementary canal is a straight line. Or tube. Right. That is from first and last segment. Right. Now a terminal mouth opens into the buccal cavity. That is, they have between 1 to 3 segments. Then we have the muscular pharynx they have the muscular pharynx, a small, narrow esophagus. Right? Then we have 5th to 7th segment. That is a muscular gizzard, which help. Muscular gizzard is in 8th to 9th, and which help in grinding and decaying particles, soil particles. The stomach extends from 9th to 14th segment. Just a second. Yes. Now, the stomach extends from 9 to 14 segments. Right. Now, they have calciferous glands which help, which is present also, which is present in stomach and help to neutralize the humic acid. Intestine starts from 10th segment onwards and continues till the last segment and continues till the last segment. There is a pair of short conical intestinal caecae right, that project the intestine. The characteristic feature is from the 26th segment till last. Get it? Now, there are also blood glands present. We have the blood glands also present. On the 4th, 5th and 6th segment. Okay, that produce blood cells and hemoglobin. Which is dissolved in blood plasma. Right. No, they have the phagocytotic activity as well. They have phagocytotic activity as well. Nice. Now we'll talk about the nephridia. That is, nephridia is what? Is for the excretion. Nephridia is for the excretion and to maintain osmoregulation. Right? Now this nephridia is divided into septal, as I said before, integumentary, and pharyngeal. All clear? Okay. Now they have the closed circulatory system. They have the lateral hearts for the circulation. Okay. Now, the nervous system basically represented by ganglion arranged symmetrical in the ventral surface, ventral, paired nerve cords. The nerve cords in the anterior region, that is third and the fourth segments. Right. Now, there the sensory system does not have eyes. Do not have eyes. But disposes light. But disposes light and touch substances organs to distinguish the light intensities and do not feel. Okay, now the earthworm is an hermaphrodite. What is hermaphrodite? That means they have the monoecious. That means the female and the male reproductive system is in the same structure. Right? hermaphrodite, that is monoecious. That means male and female is in one. Right. Now their testes are represented by the individual that is present on a 10th pair of testes present on 10th and 11th segment. The vasa difference extend. The vasa differentia extends up to 18th segment, where they have prostate, duct, and form a common duct, common sperm duct. Right. Now, this is what about now their positions of mating is juxtaposed. They need that means reproduction is sexual. They need the other individual for the reproduction. Right? Now, here will be done with your earthworm. Now we'll start with let me show you the diagram. Yeah. Now we've talked about the staphylostome, that is increase the surface area. Staphylostome क्या करता है? That means it increases the surface area. We have the lateral hearts, we have the vessels, right? We have the closed circulatory system. As I have told about, they have the 5 to 9, they have the spermatheca, that means they have the spermal apertures, right? They have the pair of ovaries. There, this is a vasa differentia, which is open into a prostate. Down there, from there, they have the common prostatic and spermatic duct, right? At the 18th genital pore, right? Now we'll talk about the cockroach. Before I say about the cockroach, we have some of the information about the cockroach as well, right? Okay, cockroach comes under which phylum? Yes. Cockroach यानी कि arthropoda. Arthropoda is the largest phylum. That means they have the open circulatory system. That means they have the organ system level of organization. That means they are triploplastic. Right. These are the general features which we have to talk about. The common species is Periplaneta americana. Right. And it's of 34 to 35 centimeter. They have the 2 pair of wings and they are symmetrically divisible by into head, thorax, and abdomen. Right. Now the covering of the cockroach, that means this covering I'm talking about, they have the hardest covering known as scleratus. Right. The covering is a chitinous, but the covering is known as scleratus. Right. That are joined by each other. यहाँ तक सबको clear है? Now, here they have the colorless fluid known as the hemolymph. Right. They have the hemolymph. Get it? Now the head is triangular in shape. The head is triangular in shape and lies anteriorly. And lies anteriorly at the right angle. Longitudinal to the longitudinal axis. Right. Now it is formed by the now it is formed by the fusion of 6 segments, that is, and the head capsule, beam, and have the compound eyes. This shows the mosaic vision. Right, everybody? They have the antenna. They have the antenna having sensory receptors that help in monitoring the external environment. That helps in monitoring, changes in the changes or monitoring the external environment. Okay, clear? Now, interior end bears the appendages. They have the joint appendages as well. इनके पास क्या होता है? इनके पास joint appendages होते हैं. ठीक है, forming, bidding and chewing type of motion होता है इनके पास. ठीक है. Now they have the mouth parts. Right. Mouth parts में क्या क्या होता है? They have the Musculus here. They have the pair of maxilla. They have the pair of mandible. They have the grinding region for the grinding of the soil particles. Labrum is the upper lip. Labium is the lower lip. They have the medium. They have the medium. Basically, they have the medium flexible lobe acting as tongue, known as hypopharynx. Right? Now will come right. Now it comes under thorax. Thorax is divided into prothorax, mesothorax, and metathorax. Now, prothorax basically head is connected with the neck. Is done by prothorax. Right. Now, each thoracic segments have a pair of walking legs. That we have the mesothoracic leg, we have metathoracic leg, and we have the prothoracic leg. Now, there is a pair of wing known as the first pair of wing is derived from mesothorax. That forewing is known as tegmina. Another pair of wings, basically, they are the tegma is the opaque. ये opaque होते हैं, dark होते हैं, uncover the hind. Basically, जो hind wing होता है, which is derived from the metathorax. जो hind wing होते हैं, that is derived from the metathorax. They are translucent. They help in flight. Right. The abdomen of male and female both is divided into the 10 segments. In female, the 7th sternum, the 7th sternum is a boat. Is basically a boat shaped and together with 8th and 9th sternum. They're having basically forms a broad genital pouch They forms a genital pouch known as gonophore. Gonophore. Right. Okay. Now, basically, in male genital, pouch, a chamber lies at the hind end, that is hind end of the abdomen. Right. Bounded by dorsally by 9th and 10th segment. They have the dorsal anus, and which is on the ventral male genetical cord. Right. Male bears a short males bears a pair of males bears a pair of anal thread-like anal styles which are absent in females. Right. In both the sexes, the stem segment, a pair of joint filamentous called cirri, is present in both male and female. Right. Now the body cavity is divided into, just a second. Right. The alimentary canal is divided into foreguard, midguard, and hindguard. Right. This insect is basically cockroach uricotelic. That means they secrete uric acid, which is through malphizian tubules. Approximately 100 to 120 Right. Now this uric acid is less toxic. Right. Now the nervous system is divided. That means 3 ganglia in thorax, 3 ganglia in thorax, 6 in abdomen. Basically, cockroaches are dioecious. That means cockroaches are dioecious. That means male and female different and have the well developed reproductive system. Okay, bacha. Now they have developed the reproductive organs. Right, they have the pair of testes laying on each other side. That is on the fourth and the sixth abdomen segment. Each testis arises from thin vasa differentia, right, which opens into a ejaculatory duct, which opens into the ejaculatory duct. Now, there is a mushroom-shaped organ also. They have the mushroom-shaped organ at the sixth and the seventh segment. Right. Now, functioning as accessory gland. Right. The external genitalia are represented by the external genitalia is represented by male canalo, gonophorus. Right. The sperms are stored in the sperms are stored in seminal vesicle and glued together in the bundle of spermatophores. Right. Then the female reproductive system is consist between second and the sixth abdomen segment. कौन से segment में होता है? That is right. Now, female reproductive system is at second to sixth segment, right, in the abdominal segment. Each ovary is found. Each ovary is formed by a group of 8 ovarian tubule, right, or ovaricles containing a chain of developing ones. Then we have the oviduct. Of each ovary unite in a single medium oviduct. Right. Then we have a pair of spermatica. Then we have the pair of spermatica a pair of spermatica is present in the sixth segment, which opens into a genital chamber. Sperm are transferred through sperm जो है वो किससे ट्रांसफर्ड हो रहा है? स्पर्मेटोफोर से. ठीक है. Then their fertilized egg in a capsule like which is 3.8 mm long. That is called ootheca. Right. Now this ootheca has basically 9 to 10 ootheca formed by a cockroach, which contain 10 to 14 fertilized eggs. Right. The developing is basically performances. That means Yes. There is the life cycle is not. We have the Utica. This is Utica. This is Utica. Utica से क्या? Nymph. That means a transient state or phase. This is a white color. Then we have the cockroach, adult one. Then again. So this is the life cycle for cockroach. Right, everybody? Clear? Now we'll talk about something about the frog. Frog is not being covered in your NEET syllabus, but for your knowledge, I must share that about the frog. Frog is an amphibia. Frog is come under class amphibia, that is phylum Chordata. Right. Then phylum Chordata is so special या common species है, that is Rana Tegna. Right. They do not have constant body temperature. इनका constant body temperature नहीं होता. That means they are cocylothum. Right. They have the property of camouflage. Camouflage is something which can hide from its predator, right? They have the properties of camouflage. Then that means morphology, that is frog. If I talk about the morpho, that means skin is moist and slippery. Right. Body is divisible into head and trunk. They do not have. Just a second, let me remove it. Body is divided into head and trunk. It do not have neck. Okay. Yes. So we have above the mouth. They have the pair of nostrils. Right. Now they have a membranous tympanum. Right. They have the membranous tympanum. Receive signals. Right. We'll talk about the anatomy. They have the digestive system. They have the respiratory system. They have the digestive system. They have the respiratory system. they have circulatory system, right, and also nervous and just a second, nervous system, and the last is excretory system also. Right. They have the different level, organ system level of organization. Right. Now their digestive system consists of an alimentary canal. Just a second. Yeah. So the digestive system consists of alimentary canal, or digestive gland, बेसिकली इनकी जो alimentary canal होती है short होती है, that is small or short because the frog is carnivorous होता है, right? The carnivorous and hence the length of the intestine also reduced. Okay, that means they have mouth, buccal cavity, esophagus, pharynx. Right. Now, esophagus is a short tube that opens into the stomach which in return continues as intestine, rectum, and finally opens into proclea. Liver secretes bile. Their digestive system is just like mammals. Okay, many pharmaceutical companies tested their medical researches on frog, mouse as well because their digestive system is just same as mammals, humans. Okay. Liver secretes bile. Liver secrete bile that is stored in gallbladder. that is stored in the gallbladder. Pancreas produce pancreatic juices. Right. Food is captured by a bilobed tongue. Food is captured by a bilobed tongue. Digestion of food takes place by the action of epithelial frog respire on land and in water by the two ways. One way is that is in water, cutaneous respiration like through skin. Cutaneous respiration on land. On land, we have buccal cavity, skin, and lungs. Right, so this is what we have. The vascular system is well developed. That is yeah. So basically, the vascular system, of frog is well developed. That is closed. And have a lymphatic system also. The circulatory system involves heart, blood vessels, and blood. Right, now lymph. They have the lymph. 1 second. Lymph chambers or lymph channels. If we'll talk about the heart, they have the 3-chambered, that is 2 arteria, 1 ventricle. Right. They have the most evolved control system. Just a second. Yes. They have basically most evolved control system. That means neural system. And second is the endocrine. The prominent endocrine gland found in frog are pituitary, thyroid, parathyroid, thymus, pineal gland, pancreatic, islets of Langerhans, adrenal gland, and gonads. Nervous system is divided into brain, spinal cord. We have the 10 pairs of cranial nerves. Right. So here is all about your frog. Right. So I have completed this chapter, that is structural organization. That is structural organization in animals. We have learned about the tissues. We have 4 major types of tissues. That is epithelial tissue. We have the connective tissue. We have muscular tissue. We have muscular tissues. We have connective tissue. Then we have the neural tissue. Right. So basically, there are the 4 major types of tissues. Now, epithelial tissues is divided into simple and compound. That means only one layer of, basically single cell layer, single type of cell layer. We have the 2 or more different type of cell layers. Right. We have different shape also, that we have squamous. We have squamous. We have cuboidal. We have columnar. Then we have glandular, ciliated, and the last one is transitional epithelial also. Now, speciality about this epithelial tissue that they can derive from all the 3 germ layers. You can find a question on this in NEET, that epithelial tissue is derived from what? Endoderm, mesoderm, or ectoderm? Answer is all 3. Right. Then we'll talk about the connective tissue. You can appreciate by this, that is, we have the flattened cells, squamous cells, which have the irregular boundaries. Then we have the cube-like strip, cuboidal cells. We have the columnar cells, where the nucleus is determined at the terminal. Then we have the ciliated epithelium. We have the cilia for the locomotion or the motility. Right. Then we have epithelial. Then we have the connective tissue. Connective tissue. We have blood. We have bone. We have blood. Then there are the different type of. We have cartilage. We have bone. And we have adipose. Right. So basically, blood, bone, cartilage, and your adipose. And the measure is dense and loose connective tissue. There are the specialized connective tissue that we have blood, bone, cartilage, and adipose. Blood is basically or consists of a plasma and your cells. Cells may you have RBCs, WBCs, then you have platelets, right? And in your bone, you have osteoblast, osteoclast. The process is known as osteogenesis also, right? Then we have, can you appreciate this fibroblast? The fibroblast cells basically form the collagen fibers. Collagen fibers are of three type, that is type 1 collagen, type 2 collagen, and type 3. Okay. Now we have the different fat storage areas, right? Then we have the macrophage for the phagocytotic activity. Also release. Right. We have the cartilage formed by the chondrocytes. Then we have the chondroblast. Chondrocytes are the mature cartilaginous cells. Then chondroblast are the forming cell. Chondroclast is the resorbing cells. Right. Now this bone and the cartilage. Right. We have the other also. We have the ligament. We have the tendon. Okay. Then this is bone. This is a long bone. Okay. The upper head is known as epiphysis. We have the epiphyseal line. We have the spongy bone. Then the shaft is known as diaphysis. Then we have a pair of. Then again we have the epiphysis. Okay. Then bone has the Harvatian system as well. Bone has Harvatian system. Okay. That in which blood vessel? Because inside the bone we have the blood vessels, lymphatic vessels, and nerves. Okay. Now we'll talk about muscular tissue. That we have the smooth muscles, skeletal muscle, and we have the cardiac muscle. These are involuntary. This is voluntary. We have the actin and myosin. Okay. Cardiac is also involuntary. We have the actin and myosin filaments as well, these striations. Can you appreciate? These are the smooth muscles. And then we have the short bones. These are the carpals. They are the hand, which we are having a compact bone. composition of bone I have told you. We have osteoblast, osteoclast. Okay, these are resorbing cells. These are forming cells. Right. Then we had heard about, okay, now then we have heard about the RBCs, which are used for the arthropoietic activity, for the formation, which is held in the bone marrow, red bone marrow. Then we have the platelets for the blood clotting factors, and we have the white blood cells, which are the fighting cells. Here I'll be ending with this session. Thank you. Have a good day.